Good more earnings. My name is Njuti Marco, CEO and founder of Ultimate World. I'm so excited to be the person to present to you a wonderful business opportunity. I've been a part of this industry for the past 7 years, and I must admit that I had it very challenging my first year. But I won't take that back because I understand that that was part of the building process, preparing me for this greater opportunity that I'm about to show you. Over the past 7 years in this industry, I was able to move from, squatting in a single room with a couple of friends to be able to rent an apartment to building. I moved from not having a passport to be able to travel the world, more than 17 different countries. I moved from not having a car, not even being able to afford the normal transportation around to riding different cars and offering cars to loved ones. And today, I want you to understand that what I'm about to share with you could actually change your entire life completely. However, it is going to be left for you to decide after this presentation. So please do stick to the end and make sure to get back to the person who shared this video. There's for sure a lot in store for you. So I'm going to focus on how to thrive in the connected economy. Today we are surrounded by tons and tons of opportunities, and it is hard to forget or ignore the fact that we are living in the days where it is so easy for you to become a millionaire. We have very straightforward core values, missions, and our vision statement. Our goal is to impact 1 billion lives, mentally, physically, health-wise, and of course, financially. If you have interest in any of these domains, be it physically, spiritually, financially, then this is the right community for you to be a part of. This is the beautiful team behind the management of the company. You have me, Mahmoud Musa, who is the CEO and founder. We have Madam Helen Padilla, all the way from the Philippines, with over 17 years experience in this field. She's our Chief Operations Officer. And then you have Mr. Ryan Juni from the Philippines as well, with an experience of more than 9 years in this domain. Cumulatively, three of us have or hold an experience of over 35 years in such business. So for sure, we have great, great exploits for you. So the big question is, who are we? What's Ultimate all about? So we're basically a community that shows selected individuals how to raise capital to fund new or existing business ideas. And our focus is not just on how you would raise capital, but we want to accompany you throughout the whole journey of you becoming your own boss. So we've been able to coach over 40,000 plus persons across 8 different African countries and in Asia, Europe, and America. And we're still very much geared up with this same vision. We've had tons and tons of events and a lot of testimonies coming in. I bet you are next in line to share a wonderful experience. So before I move on, I would just want to highlight on this quadrant. This is one of the biggest innovations and biggest informations you can actually have out there if you get the right meaning to it. On the left, we have people with linear income, and on the right, we have people with residual income. This quadrant was built by Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, one of New York's best time ever sellers. And on the left, you have employees and self-employed. You might decide to want to venture into the world of entrepreneurship and say, okay, I'm not employed, but I'm going to probably open a small retail store. The truth about being self-employed or being an employee is you're exchanging your time for money. If you don't put in the work, no pay. All right. And the sad reality is 95% of the world's population is found on the left side of this quadrant. On the right, we have business owners and investors. Business owners are people who create systems. When we talk about a system, it's a proven way to do something. So business owners and investors have their money and systems they've put in place to work for them. So this presentation today is going to help you on how you could become a business owner. But then when we talk about you becoming a business owner, you would ask yourself, how do I get throughout the whole process? Of course, we're going to connect to that. So with you wanting to venture into the world of entrepreneurship or to become a business owner, you have two options. You would either have to create one. Creating a business, creating a company means you need to conduct market research. You need to write a business plan. Of course, you will need to fund your business. You need to pick a business location, choose business structure, choose a name, register your business, of course, to be in accordance to the law. All right. You will need to, get registered with your tax system and handle a lot. The whole stress burden is just too much. Imagine you need to pay in salaries, you need to handle expenses, you need to handle inventory. There's just a lot when it comes to starting up or building a company from scratch. Or the next option would be for you to join an existing business that has a proven system. When I talk about system, I mean a proven way to do something. So they have a tested and proven system or a concept that would help you raise a minimum of 10 million CFA, roughly around $20,000 plus over the next 12 months. I'm sure definitely you would want to go for option two. And now, if that is the case, we have a solution for you. You need to become an ultimate connector today, all right, and join this community that offers this proven and achievable system. Of course, our focus is going to be on how you would earn a minimum of 10 million, that's around $20,000 over the next 12 months. How are you going to earn by being a connector with us? First, you're going to have to connect people who want to be healthy. We need you to connect people who want to retire early, people who want to learn a new skill, people who want to work from home, people who would love to travel for free, people who are looking for additional income, people who want not only a life but a lifestyle, and most importantly, people who want to acquire cars, houses, trips through incentives. These are all of the benefits when you become a connector with Ultimate Wealth. It's going to be very easy for you to start running random questions in your mind. What do we mean when we say become a connector? But I'd like to ask you this question because did you realize that you've always been a connector all your life? Because you've been connecting persons to persons, businesses to businesses, persons to businesses, using different platforms, the likes of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And that's exactly what you've been doing almost all of your life, using these platforms, wasting resources, not being able to make money. But this is basically what you've been doing for so long. How about using these platforms and be our connector to be able to earn every single week? You could earn in dollars as well. These are some of the benefits you get as a connector of our business. You're going to have a personal web page that you have access to for life. When we talk about a web page, this is like your online office. This is the platform via which you communicate with us as a company and as a connector. You're going to be entitled to weekly payout, weekly bonuses. You could request for your incentives and bonuses weekly. We have weekly and monthly payouts. These are some of the screenshots of commissions we've been paying through mobile money. But just in a couple of months, we're going to actually migrate our payout system strictly to our branded Visa cards, which will soon be available. All right. You're also entitled to interesting incentives like qualifying for gadgets. All right. Laptops, tablets, smartphones, all expense paid trips, car funds, and house funding. We want to help you achieve every single dream, be it from driving your dream car to living in your dream house and going on those dream destinations. That's why we are here. The most important thing, all right, is going to be the personal trainings, the high income skills, and the personal development skills that we're going to be impacting you with. As a part of our community, you have access to a wide range of information. You have access to, a lot of learning materials from different courses to, from business and entrepreneurship to graphic design to content creation. There is just a lot that you could actually learn as, some of the advantages of being part of the community. So let's talk a little bit about our health. Our greatest wealth is our health. It's of no point to have so much money, but not have the strength and the laxity to spend it or enjoy the money. Did you know that your body required at least 5 different fruits and 5 vegetables every day? This is the recommendation from the World Health Organization. Think about it, 5 fruits and 5 vegetables every day. That's a lot. And if we look at what we need as our daily requirement compared to what we actually choose, we realize that we are just destroying ourselves and exposing ourselves to be more prone. We become more prone to diseases because of our unhealthy way of lifestyle. And the human body consists of approximately 37 trillion cells. Every single minute, millions of these cells die naturally as part of the body's ongoing maintenance process. And this is all as a result of free radicals that affect our bodies based on how unhealthy we live. And for our cells to be able to regenerate and function properly, because we have, all these causes of free radicals from the pollution to, the fast food to smoking to drinking, the human body actually needs us to nourish the cells with the right nutrients so they can function and regenerate properly. And the best sources of antioxidants are fruits and vegetables. Um, We do understand that it is extremely difficult to have to eat 5 servings of fruits and 5 vegetables every day. And that's why even the World Health Organization recommends that people take supplements. We want to make sure that you living healthy could be as easy as possible. And that's why after considering everything, for one, I understand the importance of taking supplement, but I'm not a fan of taking capsules, including when I'm sick and need to be on medications. So we thought about it, and that's why I would like to introduce to you our flagship product, our Umax coffee. Umax is not just an ordinary coffee that you find out there in the market. It's a 20-in-1. First 3-in-1 blend, of course, because it already has its creamer and its sweetener, and this is 100% organic. I want to start by saying that coffee is a very, very good source of antioxidants because it helps for artery dilation. When your arteries are well dilated, it means that there is good flow of blood in your system. And of course, if your body has a good, healthy flow of blood, it means that it's going to carry, nutrients to where they are supposed to and carry waste to where it's supposed to be, hence helping your system to stay in a balance. So in our Umax coffee, we have decaffeinated coffee because there's a healthy way to take coffee. As a result of the effect of caffeine, if you have it in excess in your system, that can cause palpitation or nervous or trembling. We decided to make a product that is decaffeinated, so 0.002% of caffeine just for the servo and exactly what the body needs. It's a 3-in-1 product, like I mentioned. We have the coconut cream. Instead of the regular milk, we decided to use coconut milk, and this product is sweetened with stevia. Now, stevia is a plant sweetener that is way sweeter than sugar, at least times 12 times, but with 0 calories. We also have mushrooms to help fight against the effects of free radicals and boost your immune system, particularly to help protect you from cancer of any origin. We have black seeds. According to the Muslim community, black seed and black seed oil could actually treat any disease as long as it's taken in the right proportion. We have black seed in this product. We equally have ashwagandha. Ashwagandha, which is one of the best and most healthiest roots, very famous in India. So it has a role to play aside from just boosting your immune system to helping men with fertility issues. We equally have collagen peptide, we have chia seeds, vitamin C, maca roots, spirulina, which is one of the products under the algae community. Very good, very healthy because it's alkaline formulated, helps to balance the body's pH level. We have ginger, we have astaxanthin, we have turmeric, we have Garcinia cambodia, we have blueberries, blackberries, mulberries, ginseng, aloe vera. Imagine all of this in one product. This product would help to reduce your cholesterol level, protect against heart diseases, prevent cancer of any origin, control high blood pressure, enhances sexual vitality, promotes endurance and stamina, prevents degenerative diseases like arthritis and rheumatism. It is going to be extremely important for you to treat your health as a priority because, like I said, your first wealth is your health. And it is way easier to maintain and manage a healthy body than to repair a damaged one. We have other amazing products from our Quantum products, from the bracelets to the pendants and the stickers. These are products that will help protect you from the effects of harmful radiations produced now by the TV screens, our laptops, our cell phones. We also have protective glasses, the photochromic glasses like the beautiful glasses I have on. These are anti-blue light and photochromic glasses. What they do is help protect your eyes from the blue light rays that we get exposed to the ultraviolet rays out there. So they are transparent, but under any high infused light, they become dark. So what they do is they absorb the light to reduce the intensity of light getting to my eyes, hence protecting them. We also have the carrot and lemon soap made purely from essential oils. Very good to exfoliate the skin. We have the food detox patch. These are patches that you fit under your feet to absorb toxins overnight from your body. And not to leave out the last, power bank. As a business person, you must always be ready on the go. It was very important for us to take you through a journey of what we do, the products and the services that we are offering, so that you get a clear understanding of what you'll be connecting persons to. Because these are the 4 major ways via which you're going to earn as a connector with us. The first will be the retail bonus. As a connector, you would have the opportunity to buy these products at factory price to be able to sell and make money. The next will be the connectors bonus. We need you to connect persons who are interested to live healthy, people who are interested in learning new skills, and you're going to get paid for connecting these people. The third will be the pairing bonus. When we talk about pair, we understand that works in pair, 2. because we run a binary system. We have a hybrid binary system. So there's another commission that you get for every pair of clients that join your network. We also have the rank bonus. As you grow your number of connectors and grow your team, the company is intentional about rewarding efforts. And so you could qualify for incentives like free trips, car funding, house funding, and you can name the few. I know that starting up a business requires a lot, hundreds of thousands. With all of the advantages I've told you, you stand to benefit being a connector with Ultimate Wealth. You're probably imagining or thinking you need hundreds of thousands to be able to get started. But I'd like to bust your bubble because all you need is just 30,000 francs to get started with us. With as little as 30,000 or $50, you'll be able to earn these wonderful advantages. I want us to reiterate on the fact that your registration is basically you buying products from us. Now, when you pay 30,000 or $50, we're going to give you products worth over $80. And that's products worth over 50,000. Now, these products we are giving you is left for you to decide if you want to use them personally or sell. But as a connector, remember you're supposed to be sharing your experience. So the idea is for you to use these products for yourself and then share your experience, how the products or the services have helped you or changed your life to the next person. So these are some of the key points to highlight when it comes to this package. All right, that you're going to get products worth more than your money first. This package generates 3 ultimate points. It is based off these points that the system calculates the binary or the pair bonus. This package has a referral percentage of 5%. That brings us down to the connectors bonus of 1,500, meaning that anytime you would connect someone to buy a package of 30,000, the company would pay you 1,500 francs. The next is the binary. The binary is, like I said, is based on these points. Binary means the system works in pairs. That's 2. So anytime the company would find 2 sales of 30,000 below your structure, it means you're going to earn 4,200 francs, regardless of how these connectors were brought into the system. So I always like illustrating this on a whiteboard just so that we can bring out and actually show you how visible, it brings this out to life and gives you a better understanding of what we're talking about. We've mentioned that you only need 30,000 to get started. But after paying your 30,000, this package comes with products worth more than the amount of money you've paid for. This package is recognized in the system with 3 ultimate points. That's 3 UPS. With 3 UPS. And most importantly, you're going to have your DTC activated for you. Your DTC is what we call the Distributors Tracking Center. It's an online office, a web page the company activates so that you could monitor and communicate with the company. There are major ways of making money. Aside from the retail, we have the connectors bonus, all right? The connectors bonus, which is 1,500, meaning that for every person you will connect who will buy a pack of 30,000, the company will pay you 1,500 francs. Meaning that if you got 10 people, this would have paid you over 15,000. If you got 100 persons, this would have paid you over 150,000. So imagine the potential you stand to get if you can connect thousands of people over the next couple of years using your social media handles. The next way to earn is the binary bonus. Now, when we talk about binary, it's basically a system that's working in pair, like I mentioned. The binary bonus here is 4,200 francs. And let me explain how this is generated. So on your web page, you're going to have 2 sales groups, a team divided left and right. The basic rule here says that for every 3 points left and right, anytime the company will recognize this, the binary should be activated and the system would credit you 4,200 francs or $7. Meaning that this package that is represented by 3 points in the system, whenever the system would find 3 points left and right, or sales of 30,000 left and right, regardless of how those connectors got into the system, you will be paid 4,200. So on your web page, you're going to have a clear structure out like this. Let me get to illustrate this. So you would get a clearer view of what we're talking about. There's just a lot of potentials when it comes to building networks, because as connectors, we are bound to connect people every single day to new companies or to services, or you can name a few. So we're assuming this is you at the top of your structure. Your network's divided left and right. and you've picked up your package of 30,000, and all you have to do is recommend or connect two friends. Let's call these first two friends A and B. Have in mind that when they buy their pack for 30,000, it means the system is going to be recording 3 ultimate points left and right of your network. First, for recommending A and B, you get the connectors bonus of 1,500 per person. So if you've made 1,515 per person, this is already 3,000 francs. Now, aside the 3,000 you would have made from connectors bonus, remember the basic rule here from the binary. For every 3 sales points left that will match 3 sales points on the right, the company is supposed to pay you a binary of 4,200. So the moment the system is recognizing points left and right, binary will be activated to give you an extra 4,200 francs. Now, if we add these in total, you'd have made 7,200 for referring your first two persons or connecting your first two persons, A and B. Now, A and B, who are now connectors, join because of the potentials they know they stand to benefit and how much money they could earn if they as well can connect persons to be part of it. So A and B get right down into business. If A got two friends, A1 and A2, who also bought their pack of 30,000, it means they two are recording 3 points left and right. Of course, A would have made 1,500 plus a binary of 4,200, which would have given A 7,200 as well. If B got B1 and B2, this is also recognized by 3 points left and right. B would have gotten 1,005 times 2 plus a binary of 4,200, which is also 7,200 for B. The big question is, what happens to you who is at the top of the structure? It's true, you might not know these 4 persons or have any direct links with them, but the company recognizes and says, without the first 2 connects you've made, A and B, A1, A2, B1, and B2 will not have been part of this system. So what the company does, it records all the sales and points generated by A and their team from now to infinity as your left sales, and all the sales and points generated by B till now to infinity will be recorded as your right sales group. Remember what the rule stated. For every 3 points left and right, regardless of how the points are generated, you would get paid 4,200. And so yes, without knowing these 4 persons, the system still recognizes 3 points times 2 on your left and 3 points times 2 on your right. So this will mean 2 binaries. So you're going to get paid 4,200 times 2. And of course, the network's not going to end here. The next line 4 will go in search of 8. So the next line you'll be getting 4,200 times 4. The next line times 8 times 16 till infinity. So meaning if the team here grew to 100 persons left and right, you'd have made 420,000. If it grew to 1,000 left and right, this would have paid you over 4,200,000. Now think of the possibilities of your network growing to hundreds of thousands of people. Imagine 100,000 accounts on your left and 100,000 accounts on your right over the next 5 years. If you multiply it out by 4,200, we're talking about 420 million CFA you could have earned with just you starting by connecting 2 persons. So let's get back on the screen so I'll show you exactly a more brighter and bigger picture of this. So we already made some points clear out here that after purchasing your pack, you get products. This pack is represented by 3 ultimate points. The connectors bonus here is 1,500. And the binary, which means for every pair of these connector sales, you would be getting 4,200. So assuming that you are also recommending people to start off with 30,000, you'll be earning 1,005 per person. And each time the system would find 2 sales below you, which is 3 points left and right, the rule is programmed to give you 4,200. So each time, or for as long as these persons keep connecting persons left and right, you'll be entitled to earn 4,200 from now till infinity. You know, there is no limit as to how many generations you would earn because you could actually transfer this network to your next of kin and they would get this as an inheritance and keep earning from the efforts you put in today. However, there is a limit as to how much you can earn in a day. You know, if we don't put limits on systems, then they are bound to crash. Like I said, the limit is not as to how far you would earn, because you would earn till infinity, but the limit comes as to how much you can earn in a day. And so this package can earn a maximum of 10 binaries in a day, which is going to be 4,200 times 10, which is 42,000 francs CFA. What does this simply mean? It means that since your account can only accommodate 10 binaries, if you got 20 registrations on your left and 20 on your right, the company would not pay you 20 binaries that day. We could only pay you a maximum of 10, and the rest will be flushed out, and that goes back to us as the company. However, you are in 100% control of how to key in new connectors to the system. So if you know your account can only accommodate 10 binaries and you had up to 100, what you do is you place in or key in just the number that your account can accommodate for the day and key in the rest subsequently. But they'll get to a point where your network would have grown, to greater heights, to different towns, to different countries, and you might just not be able to control how people key in new connectors to the system. But imagine you being able to max out every day and earn 42,000 CFA. In a month, we're talking about an income of more than 1,260,000. And of course, in a year, more than 15 million as income. When you look at this, you would see the brighter side of it. And I want us to run down through a one-year projection. I believe that every business person with a clear objective sets up a game plan on how they will achieve this, because when you set realistic goals, then it would guide you to be able to set up strategies and put in the exact work and efforts that would guide you to achieving that. So let's have a look. With this projection, I want to illustrate saying that after everybody signed up in your system, all right, or after you became a connector with us, it would take you 30 days to be able to connect your first two friends. Let's call them A and B. Now, after taking 30 days to connect the first two persons, they too would use the next 30 days to connect 4 persons. 4 will connect 8 the next month, 8 will connect 16. And so if everybody could connect just 2 persons in 30 days, what would be your potential income over the next 12 months? Let's do the maths together. If in your first month you got 2 friends, all right, you get 1 connector bonus, which is 4,200. If the next month 2 got 4, you're going to be having 2 connector bonuses of that's 8,400. 4 will get 8 the next month. This will be 16,800. 8 will get 16. This will be paying you up to 33,600. 16 will get 32. This will pay you up to 67,200. And if this goes on for 12 months, where everybody is just connecting their first 2 people after 30 days from activating their account, after 12 months, you'd have had 8,190 connectors in your network, and this would have paid you approximately 17,203,200 francs. Now, when you look at this, it is going to be easier for you to say, oh, this sounds too good to be true. But I want to give you a more realistic check on how possible or how visible it is for the company to pay you this much. Because the only reason why you're being paid or you could get this much is because thanks to the very first 2 connectors you got on board, this company was able to get 4 new clients, 8 new connectors, 16, 32, 64, and that's how the company got to 8,190 connectors. So 8,190 connectors, each invested by buying a package for 30,000 CFA. And so when we do the math correctly, it means you got 8,190 persons, thanks to the very first 2 connectors you got, who each bought for 30,000. Now, when we do the math, we're talking about 245,700,000 worth of sales that you've helped this company to generate. Now, imagine out of 245 million plus, you're being paid 17 million, which is still not 10% of the amount. However, a bulk of this is still going to come to you in forms of incentives for the free trips, the car funding, and the house funding you stand to qualify for. And if you're such a business savvy person like me, I remember after watching my first ever connectors presentation, and after I saw the one-year projection, I was asking myself, the first question that came to mind was, how do I get to multiply this potential income? I've seen what this can do to me, because when we talk about systems, they're main proven way to do things. So I've seen the potential. So how then could you earn more than 17.2 million with this same scenario, but of course, within the same period of time? You have the opportunity of doing multiple accounts. You could do 3 or 7 accounts. Now, when we talk about 3 accounts, it means you would have bought 3 packages of 30,000, occupying the position of A and B. This now puts you in a position of owning 3 different shops that would earn independently. So what you do is multiply the 17 million times 3, which will give you a potential income of 51.6 million. And if you did 7 accounts, we're talking about a potential income of 120 million. So, let's assume that within the next 2 years, you're going to build a team of, let's say, 20,000 accounts. 10,000 accounts on your left and 10,000 accounts on your right. 10,000 pairs would have paid you 42 million CFA. But I want us to look at it this way. When we talk about 20,000 accounts, we're not meaning 20,000 people, because an individual can have up to 15 accounts. If you got a team of just 7,000 people who each had 3 accounts, this is already 21,000 accounts. But imagine having 10,000 accounts on your left and 10,000 accounts on your right within the next, let's say, 2 years. This would have paid you 42 million CFA. Not to talk about the incentives, or not to talk about what you stand to benefit when it comes to the services and the skills, the trainings that we're going to offer you. You know, you've probably encountered one of the best opportunities, but it's only as good as how much you make of it. Within the next 5 years, we're going to have people who would share in wonderful testimonies, wonderful experiences of how they are now living in their dream houses, you know, how they are driving their dream cars, how they are going on those dream vacations with their family, and how they've made over 100 million francs CFA from this system. At the same time, you're going to have some other set of people who have watched this video and who are not going to take action, who would have 100 million excuses as to why they are not successful. You know, these persons will still be living in abject poverty, in misery, and lots of frustration. I really pray that this does not end up as you. You know, I'm fond of always iterating on the fact that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step taken. You know, I want to emphasize on that last word, taking, because a lot of people talk about, you know, going on a journey, but never emphasize the importance of getting started. You know, if you don't take the first step, the journey never really began. So I want to encourage you out there. This is probably one of the best opportunities you might have found or that exists on this entire planet Earth. And I implore you to be committed to your dreams. We are right here, ready and available to coach and mentor you throughout the whole process until you become very, very successful. And I want us to, you know, be quite aware of the fact that we are in control of our lives. And the decisions that we took some 5 years ago are what sum up to the results that we have currently. And the next 5 years of your life, the results you expect to see in 5 years from now would be based off the decisions you take today. So I want to implore you, get back to the person who shared this video with you, because these persons really hold you with very high esteem and really want you to be amongst the people who will be achieving their dreams. You know, at Ultimate, we believe that the future is ultimate because God is ultimate. I hope to see you at the top, and I cannot wait to celebrate you. Ciao.